Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for the 22nd of October, 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 11. And the number 11 is a really interesting number. It's the last number in yogic numerology. It's considered a very high vibration and frequency. It's associated with the ethers. So you have earth, air, wind, and fire. And then in Buddhism, you have a fifth element, which is ether. And the number 11 is the personification of that subtle energy that comes in and illuminates. The number 11 expands us in multiple ways. This is the number of transcendence and trust. It asks us to open with no guarantees as to what is going to unfold. This number is associated with Pluto, the god of death, rebirth, transformation, and change. Pluto is associated with Scorpio, and we are entering into that sign tomorrow. We are reaching deep within, seeking something that has eluded us in our past, but now whispers to us from those places of depth, curiosity, and that desire to finally understand a mystery that we have been holding. Most of the amazing things in life hide in the ethers and just beyond our normal levels of cognition. That is why it's important to expose ourselves to new things. Allowing ourselves to see past our current level of experience is essential for discovering the wildness and wonder that is always available to us if we are willing to stop, really look, and entertain options that are unfamiliar. The astrology for today. The moon finishes up in the practical and discerning sign of Virgo this afternoon. Then it moves into the relationships-oriented sign of Libra. That pulls our focus even more into what brings more love and connection into our life. We notice that we need to become more flexible in our mindset. We are learning to notice our biases and strive to be less rigid. We learn that peace is not about getting what we want, but about learning to see the truth and understand why others have certain things that lean them in directions that seem to work against their own best interests. We learn to not judge, not fix, and not need to show how smart we are or that we are better. Mercury will quincunx Uranus, and that adds to the challenging situations that will call on the skills mentioned in the above paragraph. Notice impulsive responses. Notice if our thinking is disorganized and we are not speaking clearly or from our highest best self. Best to watch and wait for the clarity that will probably not come today. Try to be open to practical choices that seem to be simplified, but that are more realistic and doable. Venus and the Sun will align, preparing to shift into Scorpio tomorrow. Last degrees like to amplify the energy and make us pay attention. Often a test is going to happen at these last degrees to see if we have actually learned a lesson. So pay attention for that final lesson coming in. All options lead towards connecting with new people and finding ways to connect with those that are reflecting who we are becoming. Life seems full and beautiful as new energy invigorates us and helps us to shake off the old and to embrace what is arising. Environment seems critical, and we are seeking to be able to help ourselves find what has been missing or lacking from our old reality. Know that we are leaning towards charming interactions with more gracious engagements with others. Don't worry about the depth. There is enough on our plates to handle at the moment. Fortunately, Saturn will trine to Mercury this evening, and that will help us feel more grounded and stable. Communications will improve, and we seek to find what will help us have the confidence to change. Just do one thing at a time. There is no need to come to any conclusions. The processes right now are about taking us on a journey. And where we end up does not need to be understood at this time. Thanks, everyone.